have the Somalians went mad? Don't they understand exactly what they've gotten themselves into? I'm just trying to fall back and stay out of this, and then I'm scrolling on my social media, and then I end up seeing more and more comments. One comment is about Minnesota promised to them in the Bible. Then I'm hearing things like, we're not going anywhere. Donald Trump, no matter what you do, we're not going. You're going to learn, and you're going to see how Somalians do, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm just scrolling back and laughing, saying that they just don't even get it. But then I came across this. Check this out.
Most of the people that we meet, especially African Americans, they don't even know their fathers. They don't even know their fathers. It was all of them, most of them were the product of one night stand. One night stand. They will tell you, I don't know my father. Well, who named you? Whose name are you carrying? Well, my mother chose his name for me. I don't know. Is that what we want for our ummah? No. كلهم أو معظمهم أبناء الزنا. أبناء الزنا. Why? Because man, he has to give up the seed. And because the marriage will limit them, they will go from one to another to a third. You know, subhanallah, it's one of the African American brothers. Most of the people.
First of all, this man is an idiot. I know who my father is, my grandfathers, I know who they are. My kids know who their fathers of their children are. And lots of FBAs, most FBAs know who their father is. Okay? You have a few incidents where things happen, but that happens in every race. Name me one race that ain't never happened to mistakenly. Most people know, and even then they know who it is, but they just refuse to say. But you got some nerve talking about who knows whose father when it's been proven that you guys are having sex with your cousins. But this type of stuff right here burns me up. Don't speak on what Black Americans do. Speak on about what's going on in your country. While your children and your fathers of your children are blowing people up and themselves up. Somebody may tell them that was their father, but they'll never know him and see him. Okay? Just because you stand up somewhere and hold a Bible or a Quran and you speaking to people does not mean you know what you're talking about. Now let's get to this 3,000 year promise. Sometimes it's 2,000, sometimes it's 3,000 years, others 5,000 year promise to Minnesota, the land that is north, surrounded by cold rivers. And that's in America, huh? Some people are just so stupid because first of all and foremost, America, the continent, the Americas, are not north of Somalia. They're not north of Africa. Okay? Let me see if I can get some. Let's pull up a map. Now this is a map of Minnesota. Okay? A map that I got off of one of their websites. Now, you mean to tell me in the Bible it says that God had promised you Minnesota? This state was not even formed back then. Just that carved out section that we named in America, Minnesota. Now the indigenous ones or the black people who've been here, who built this country on their back, that's some slaves, he doesn't speak of us, huh? And what was given to us in the land that we were owed and promised. The land that God has given us, that we have this very moment. See, when you destroy what you have, you can't come and take what someone else has because yours is not as attractive, because you're not intelligent enough to have a government, have order, to abide by the rules. And if any land was promised to you, it would be on that continent, or that is the land that God promised you, but you just treat it like a shithole. You just don't have enough sense and strength to form a government. It's mighty funny how you come over to the United States of America and act so strong and say you're not going home and say that this land was promised to you and you're going to get it by God. But the people who were over here slaving, built this country, you don't even have the decency or the respect to respect them and their culture and their people. You spew out ignorance like we don't know who our fathers are. These are the same regurgitations that come from prejudiceness all over the world about Black Americans, especially foundational Black Americans. Because we're proud of who we are. We're proud of our heritage. We're proud of what we created. We're proud how far we have came through the grace of God. But you don't understand that. You think that your religion and your interpretation of what God wants from us is the right way, and everyone else's in the world is the wrong way. Like God's mind or God as a being is so small-minded that he would just make it one way, your way, and no other way. I mean, he only built the whole universe, which we don't even know 99.9% of at all. Could it be this land that the Bible speaks of? It's north of Somalia. There are the cold lakes. And yes, it does get cold there. Why would you pick America? You don't like Americans? Most people say that America is corrupted, filled with evil people. Black Americans who don't know who their fathers are, have no culture. You know? Why would you pick America? And then when you come to America, you pick Minnesota, where they placed you. Why would you pick Minnesota? Minnesota is nothing like where you're from. Here is Somalia. Look at the world. Look how big it is. Here's Somalia. Okay? An Arab nation. And north of Somalia, which is up north, okay? If we pan out, could this be the land north that was promised to you? See, what I believe is you got the land that was promised to you, but you treated it like shit, okay? The land that was promised to you was the land that you were born on. The land that you were indigenous to. If you're from Somalia, that is your land. Not my country, all the way west. Now let's go for a little trip. All the way over here. Let's go. All the way over here. Now all the way up here, Minnesota. Now, you saying the land near the lakes. So if it was United States of America, why wouldn't it be Michigan? Why wouldn't it be Wisconsin? Hell, why wouldn't it be Ontario? Huh? Why? Stop speaking that idiotic crap. Interpreting the Bible the way you want it to be. trying to antagonize America, because you're really not antagonizing. We're entertaining you, because you're going to find out what Americans do with people like you. And I'm not talking about immigrants or being prejudiced. People who are ungrateful, people who claims other people's property that don't belong to them. We got enough of that going on right now in America. And the last thing that we're going to do is allow you to come over here to our country that my ancestors built, that were indigenous to, and claim any damn thing. So you can say whatever you want to say. You can quote any type of scripture you want to quote. Okay? Minnesota was not promised to you. And for all you people who don't know, you're about to find out how America works. If you think for a minute that any of you immigrants that's coming to this country, that's claiming citizenship, voting illegally, taking resources from the people, oh, you're about to find out real quick that America, we don't play that way. See, you got two entities. So you have the government, and it ain't, you can say Republican, Democrat, Independent, whatever, but they all are the same. They are the government. You take government money, claim government land, bring your ways over to our country to try to have us assimilate to what you want. Boy, you're about to find out real quick. Well, you're finding out right now. And I'm 100% all for it. If you're in this country legally, then you must abide by American rules. Okay? You're allowed to practice your religion, but you are not allowed to take your religion and push it or force it on other people. You are not allowed to discriminate against no ethnic background, no beliefs in this country. And for the ones who are running around saying, the 14th Amendment protects us. No, the 14th Amendment does not protect you, immigrant. The 14th Amendment is for my people, me, my children, my ancestors, the descendants of slaves. Y'all wasn't over here when that Constitution was written, when the 13th, 14th, and 15th was written. You wasn't there, it was for us. And this is why you're starting to hear statements like this.
African Americans built this nation. African Americans built this nation. African Americans built this nation. We built this nation. You know, you're just starting to get real credit for that, okay? I don't know if you know that. You're just starting to get, you built the nation. We all built it, but you were such a massive part of it. Bigger than you were given credit for. Does that make sense? Right?
We're not going to separate ourselves from this continent. We are Black Americans, FBA, foundational Black Americans who built Washington, D.C., period. Period. Now, I'm going to end this video with this. This is Dr. Claude Anderson.
No immigrant spent 3 months crossing perilous oceans to get to the United States looking for happiness. They came here to get handouts, to get free benefits. See, understand this, Rock, and I want your audience to understand it too. 99% of all the black people in America are the direct descendants of slaves, which means they were here before 99% of all the other people arrived. All these people are coming to this country boasting about, my family came from Germany, my parents came from Ireland, my parents came from Greece or Italy. They came here for a specific reason, to get benefits. They get unearned benefits, to profit and enjoy the fruits of black folks' labor and the Indian land. They've already gotten theirs. And now what they're saying is that now that we've gotten everything, we got control of it, we got it free and passed it from generation to next generation, we're not going to let you have anything. And see, that's grossly unfair and it's immoral. And the worst thing that our society is doing, and they should cease in doing it, is they start equating black folk to all these fabricated groups, like minorities and poor folk and people of color and Asians and Hispanics coming into the country. These people coming to this country today get unearned benefits to enjoy the fruits of black folks' labor. Nobody shut them down. The Chinese started pouring into California after the Civil War to get benefits. And the Mexicans, there were no, in the Civil War, you had about 6,000 Hispanics in the United States. And now you got about almost 50-something million. They came in looking for benefits.
And I heard Jesse Jackson say one day that, you know, all other groups came here seeking a thrill.
That's right. They came.
Black folks came here, obviously.
That's right.
America needs to listen to him a little bit more. But they sort of turn a deaf ear to him because most things he's saying is accurate and it's for the black American. Thank y'all for coming through. Stay blessed and stay proud, my brothers and sisters. God bless.